What's up? I'm just doing some fragging here. I found one little aptasia on one of my colonies, a candy cane coral. So what I do is I use, and I'm sorry I didn't record before. I was just anxious to get rid of it, but I have like a small set of clippers that would come in a nail set. And these are good enough just to pop off parts of the candy cane coral colony, just down to little pieces. So what I do is I took it all off, and then I use a brush on all of the bases of each one, and I'm pretty sure I got rid of that little piece of aptasia. And then what I'll do is I'll stick it up in the top in one of my frag holders, and I'll just kind of monitor it and I'll see where it was. If it does pop up, it's only one little one, and I'll be able to get rid of it a lot easier. So I have a bowl of fresh aquarium water right here. I've got a couple that I still have to super glue on. Super gluing the frags to the plugs is the hardest part. You want to make sure that you have a flat edge. Dry the base of the coral a little bit. Make sure that your coral plug is dust free and clean. And then you want to try to use your clippers, maybe a nail filer, like a metal one though. Nothing that's going to leave debris on the coral. And you can kind of file down the bottom of that frag and flatten it out to get the best connection. So what I'm going to do here is I have these ones have been sitting here for a minute. I'm just keeping them moist so they don't dry out on me. They're probably going to be a little bit mad at me, but these candy canes come back fairly quick. This one took a little bit longer, so I'm going to leave it there. But let me show you what I do. So I've got some water here. I'm going to go ahead and let's do this one. Okay, and I'll take it. You want to just make sure you're like not touching the actual flesh of the coral if you can get away with it. And then what I do is I just use these little nail clipper things just to kind of flatten it out the best I can. You want a good connection with that super glue and that plug, right? So I'm just kind of clipping the top flat across. I'll set this in here on my little plate here so it's as flat as possible. I'll take my plug, just make sure I got no dust on it. I like using paper towels, like it soaks up really good at the top. So you kind of hold it against the base for a second, get it nice and as dry as you can. A nice dollop of super glue in the middle, and then I can set it right on here. And if I get lucky, it'll sit on there, and you can let that sit there for a little while. Okay, and then just from time to time you want to maybe use, like I use a little a little cup here, and I'll just like pour a little aquarium water on top of there. I threw the water down. Yeah, of course. Okay. And then I'll show you this one. This one might be where it was. I don't need it as long because when it's top heavy, it's kind of difficult. So just to kind of show you, look how easy these just clip right off. And I'll try to shorten that base. And stuff's gonna fly over. Stuff's gonna fly around a little bit. It's okay. If it goes behind the tank, I'll never see it again. So we'll try to flatten it out. I think I got it pretty good. And you want to set it on. You can use this plate kind of to set it so it's flat. That's what I like about using a plate. And have your plugs accessible. I've got some down here in a little bowl. Have plenty of super glue. This is Gorilla Glue Super Glue Gel. You want to use a gel super glue. And you can buy it off like any of the websites, or I get mine just from Walmart, or sometimes I get it from Amazon. I get 2 packs of it because you're going to go through it way faster than you think you would. So you want a nice dollop. Now what I'm going to set on top. Oh, see, you got to find the right angle. That one I probably just didn't cut good enough. And it's wanting to tip this way. So just mess with it. Super glue your fingers together like I do. This one's been here for a little while, so don't pick it up by the plug because that might still be a little bit loose. So if you can pick it up, get it in the water will help the super glue kind of solidify and harden on the outside. And then once those sit in that water for a little while, then I'll go ahead and I'll put them in the tank. I have a whole rack over there, but since one of them had a page on it, I think I'm gonna wait. All those other ones look real good. And what I'll do is if I need to like get a better view, I'll put it up in front with a large rack, and then I can spread them out, and then I can have a better view. It doesn't always look the prettiest as far as looking at the tank from the front, but right now I'm kind of on a mission to get rid of these Aptasia. I don't see anything on any of the main rocks. You never know. I mean, they might pop up at some point, but we're just gonna hold out. Don't forget, we gotta keep these corals happy. Moisten them up a little bit, and they'll be okay like this for a little while. They're not fish. They're not being deprived of oxygen. It's just keeping them moist. So this is my little coral station right here. Sometimes, like, I'll set up a table out here if I know I'm going to do a little bit more work. So let's see. And I have a bunch of towels down on the ground. So while that's gone, let me pull you back here. And I'm sorry if the glare is coming. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and move. I want to put this colony of zoas over here. I might just move those. Make sure I don't have any Aptasia on the plug sometimes, or on the coral wrap. I'll do. Always make sure your hands are washed and clean before you put them in your tank. You don't know what kind of contaminants, especially now with COVID, people are using a lot of sanitizer, right? I have a Monty cap over here. I gotta stick over here. A really small piece. I should be able to move some of this stuff over. Should be okay like that. Move this one over here. I'll move this little colony. These are really cool. They're like blue. Kind of blue gray with orange mouths. And right now I'm just kind of inspecting it to make sure I didn't miss any Aptasia in there, but the OFS I got it from, everything looks so clean. I didn't see any Aptasia actually in the entire tank. So, alright, so this one over here, I'm going to pop into here. Just let the super glue harden in your super glue harden in there. And once I do that, I can kind of start taking them out and putting them back in the main display. And this one I will be able to I'll be able to see much better. The colony was so big that couldn't see, I couldn't really see inside there, so it's probably better anyways that I noticed that today. And I broke it down. You know, going through a process like this, really want to make sure that you're looking at every little piece of the coral. Like I've got this stuff up here and I forget the name of it. I'm gonna have to figure that out. But it has like little tubes kind of under it, and then they grow the flowers on top like a GSP kind of. But the problem is, you know, it's hard to see inside there, so you don't know if something's growing. So that one's gonna have to sit in there for a while until I can get to it. I think that was the last one, the last colony. So anyways, that's where I'm at. Sorry, I'm kind of not thinking, not talking. Tank looks good. I did get the rock in, so probably maybe this week. I'll show you how I drill that and put in the rods. And actually, I'm waiting on the rods, so as soon as I get the rods, I'll show you how I break that down. It was like 3 large pieces. I just needed 20 pounds. I may end up just putting the one structure on the back over there and leaving this over here. So this might just be like acrylic lifts with the sand and everything in there, and I think it'll look cool. Give the fish a little bit of open space to swim in, and then over here, like I said, will be, I'm definitely putting my thing over there. I got to put my toadstool on there. It's getting massive, and if I put it on here, it'll just end up taking over. So I got to figure out a spot in there to put it where it can. I don't mind if it takes over. Anyways, that's it. Thanks for watching. See ya.